Hey guys, Brian here from StokerReview.com at IPCPR 2013. I'm here with the legendary Dion Giolito. Did I say your name right? I've been messing up people's names. Excellent. Close enough, right? You know what's happening, man? What's on your mind? What's new? What's shaking?
I don't know, man. A lot's happening. Lots on my mind. Don't know if I want. Don't know if I want to. We were talking about what we were seeing going on in the show here, and you know, some really nice cigars, and some maybe not so nice.
It's like the strip clubs at like 99 attractive girls and 3 ugly ones or something like that. Yeah,
right.
Kind of that situation.
You see all the pictures on the billboard, then when you go inside, it's you know, dimples and summer teeth, and yeah, and yeah, bad stuff. I don't know. I'm having a good time.
I've seen you've gone again with the more leisure approach to the whole trade show. I'm going to just pan around and show us a little. It's kind of the hall of leisure. It's just nothing but couch after couch. Some you know, some nice straightforward branding here, and picture of you smoking, which is really what it's all about. So
yeah. It was my goal this year to stand as little as possible, so I tried to figure out how many couches I could get into my booth space I had and do it. So
I think you succeeded in getting, is that 8 I'm seeing?
1, 2, I think 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
oh, it's 6.
6
Yeah. Cool. So, so how are the sales so far this year?
Sales are great, you know.
Well, what's hot for you right now? What's really the big mover?
You know, Rothschilds.
The Rothschild. Yeah, that's what I figured.
It was, and you know, it was kind of. I don't want to say it was kind of a fluke, but I just kind of threw it out there, leaked it out of there. It's a great price point cigar. I wanted to go back to that old style Rothschild size that was so popular back in the 70s and 80s, which is still really popular right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it seems
it really is a great size.
Yeah, it seems like focus has switched to like larger ring sizes, you know, 60 ring sizes, even bigger size, 6x60, 7x70. So growing up in the industry back in the day, I always remembered the Punch Rothschild size. It was one of my all-time favorite sizes, and I remembered what they retailed for back then. I'm like, okay, how can I do this? How can I make a cigar, a long filler cigar, that can retail for what I sold it for, you know, when I worked for somebody else 10, 15, 20 years ago? So I made a commitment to the factory for the quantity that I wanted to sell. They gave me a good price, and I'm still taking a bath on it, but it's a very, very good cigar.
Taking a bath on it, so it's not a big money maker for you.
No. I mean, it's just on the cusp of being a loss leader. That's no used car salesman bullshit. It is what it is. But I wanted to make a cigar in that size, at that price point, that for people who remember that cigar, would appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's delicious.
Now, here's a dumb question, potentially, but maybe no question is dumb, or maybe they all are. I'm not sure, but have you ever tried to blend something in a really large ring gauge just to see if you could make something that would work? Just to see if. Not saying you should, and I'm just saying, like, as a challenge to yourself, like, can I make something that's just ridiculously large that actually has the good flavor?
The challenge isn't blending a cigar in a large ring gauge. The challenge is keeping the consistency of the flavor and of the construction in that large ring gauge throughout the process. I could put together 50, 20, 100, 150 cigars or whatever in a 60 ring gauge and make them taste delicious. But, you know, once you get above that 52, 54, up to 56, the variations are much more exponential. The construction, the combustion, the types of materials you're using in the filler to get that consistent flavor, which is what I strive for, is a little harder. I think Lido does a great job with the LaFleur DL700.
Yeah.
That's probably the most consistent 6x60 out there. But it's difficult.
And you're kind of a perfectionist with that sort of thing. It would be a nightmare for you, because, you know, if it comes out and it's not perfect, you're throwing it back.
There's value. You know, there's perception of value in that size. You're getting a lot of tobacco for the money, but you know, the constant relights, they go out, you know, burn. It's whatever it is. I mean, it's. Yeah, it's not my gig.
No, I'm sure I've asked you this before, but what is your favorite size? And I don't recall what it might.
It's always been a Corona Gorda or a Lonsdale. You know, anything 44, 46, 48 is probably right in my wheelhouse.
Now, you are doing some experimental stuff on the side with regard to cigars. Do you mind talking about that, or is that something maybe a topic best for another time?
You know, I'm always working on stuff.
Yeah.
You know, whether you call it experimental or stuff for the future.
I was thinking you've got stuff that's specifically for your shop, correct?
Yeah, but you know, I really don't like to go into that too much. I mean, I really try and keep what I do at the shop separate from what I do for my retailers. I think I do it a disservice when I talk about my personal things in my store, because it's not what I do for Illusione, and it's not what I do for my customers. And you know, long story short, it's like anybody would have. It's just like a house brand cigar. I mean, you go into any store, it's like a house brand. The only difference is it's, you know.
You can say Dion blended it,
right.
yeah.
But we don't sell them, you know, per se to, you know, on a national market or anything.
Is there ever a thought of possibly doing that under maybe a second name or different line?
I could do it. You know, I could do it under Illusione, and that's the only way it would be done.
Okay.
You know, my cigars for my store are just primarily for the store.
Okay.
And like any other store.
I wanted to bring it up because I don't know if everybody realizes that it's out there. You do a really great job of keeping the two separate, and it's one of those things where I had to double check to make sure I wasn't getting my facts mixed up, because but it's out there, you know. So we could leave it at that. So, you know, I think it's good that people know about it, you know. But anything else on your mind, or?
Not really. Just having a good time. Travel schedule starts up again in August back to Nicaragua. About every 6 to 8 weeks. Going into Jalapa to review a bunch of the viso coming out from particular farms.
Okay.
Going to review a bunch of it. Jalapa's a long trip, bumpy roads, smoke a lot of tobacco, and keep what we want, take it back to the Barranca and use it.
Excellent.
Before they sell it to somebody else.
Well, you know, this is so relaxing. These couches are so nice. I might drift off, so we probably should cut this short here. But I appreciate you, you know, taking a moment to talk to us.
No problem.
Giving us a piece of your mind, as it were.
You're welcome.
You know.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right.